Now we're going to talk about exponential form. Before we used to write it in polar form, and we write it in polar form, for example, r theta. Now we're going to write it in exponential form. To write it in exponential form, we say this is r e I theta. This is the norm and this is the modulo, this is the argument. So write in exponential form, this 2 plus 2i, you know this is 2 radical 2 ai pi over 4. This one is here and this one is minus ai pi over 2. So you start by the number as we did in polar form, 2 radical 2 times 2 over 6, and for the angle you add this angle plus that angle minus this angle, minus pi over 2, you're going to get this one. Same property for exponential form and polar form. If you have z times z prime, you multiply r and r prime and you add the angle. If you have power n, r power n, and you multiply the angle by n. And if you have over r prime, and you do above angle minus below angle. Now we're going to give you the Euler property formula. What is the Euler formula? We said that ei theta can be written, this is in exponential form, cosine theta plus I sine theta, e minus I theta, cosine minus theta, which is cosine theta, sine minus theta is minus sine theta. So if you add above plus below, I sine theta and minus I sine theta cancel, you're going to get 2 cosine theta. So cosine theta equal e I theta plus e minus I theta over 2. This below, you're going to get e I theta minus e minus I theta is equal to I sine theta. You're going to get this formula. Cosine theta equal e I theta plus e minus I theta over 2, or sine theta equal e I theta minus e minus I theta over 2i. These are called Euler formulas. So don't forget, these are Euler's formula and these are important. In general, if you have e I n theta, this is cosine n theta plus I sine n theta. I'm writing it in polar form. E minus I n theta, same. If you add above plus below, cancel these, you're going to get in general cosine n theta equal e I n theta plus e minus I n theta over 2, and sine n theta is equal e I n theta minus e minus I n theta over 2i. We're going to talk about De-Moivre formula, because always either we solve in some specific problem using De-Moivre formula and Euler formula. You're going to see Euler formula is way better than De-Moivre formula. We know that if z equal r cosine theta plus I sine alpha power n, so it will be r n cosine n alpha plus I sine alpha. This is the De-Moivre formula where you have power n. This is called De-Moivre formula. Binomial property, you took it in combination, or you're going to see it when we're going to start probability. If you have a plus b power n, for example, if you want to have 2x plus y power 5 power 4, so you know a plus b power 3 and a plus b power square, a2 plus 2ab plus b2, or a plus b power 3 a cube plus 3 a2b plus 3 ab2 plus bq. However, what will happen when you have power 4? This is the combination. You do it 0 out of n, 1 out of n, 2 out of n, till n out of n. You start for the first one by the highest power an, then an minus 1, an minus 2 up till a0, and for the b you start from the 0, 1 up till bn. Okay. For combination, you can use directly your calculator. So let us take example to understand it. Suppose you want x minus 3 power 4. So combination, you start 0 out of 4, 1 out of 4, 2 out of 4, 3 out of 4, 4 out of 4. You start by x highest power x4, decrease by 1 x cube, x square, x1, x0. Minus 3, you're going to start minus 3 power 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Combination 0 out of 4 is 1 times x4, so this is x4 here. 1 out of 4 combination is 4, 4 times minus 3 here, minus 12 x cube. 2 out of 4 combination is 6, 6 times 9 is 54 x squared. Here it's 4 times minus 27, it will be minus 108x. You have it here, minus 108x. And combination 4 out of 4 is 1, minus 3 power 4 is 81. And same story, you can check it by yourself. If you have 2 minus x power 5, you have combination 0, 5 till 5, 5. هلا what is the difference we said between Euler formula and De-Moivre formula? Find cosine power 4 of x using Euler formula. First of all, I'm going to use Euler formula. So I know that cosine x equal from before, cosine x, as we said, equal eix plus e minus ix over 2. I wanted power 4, so I put here all power 4. So I'm using Euler formula now. So it will be this one. 2 power 4 is 1 over 16. You have it all of this power 4. So combination 0 out of 4 binomial property, 1 out of 4, 2 out of 4, 3 out of 4, 4 out of 4. Eix, I start by the highest power. Eix power 4, it means E4ix, E3ix, E2ix, Eix, E0ix. And here we start by 0, E minus ix all power 0, which is e power 0, which is 1. Then e power minus ix power 1, e minus ix power 2, it will be minus e power minus 2ix, e power minus 3ix, up till e power minus 4ix. Now combination 0 out of 4 is 1. Here this is 1, so e4ix. Here 1 out of 4 is 4. If you add here the powers, it will be e2ix. Here 2 out of 4 is 6. If you add the power, it will be e power 0, which is 1, so 6. Here it will be e minus 2 minus I 2x. Combination 3 out of 4 is 4. You have it here. And the last one, e minus I 4x. Combination 4 out of 4 is 1. Now I regroup e power 4ix and e minus I 4x together, e2ix, e minus 2ix together, and the plus 6. From the formula, we know that, let me write it again. We know that cosine nx equal e power I n x plus e power minus I n x over 2. So here I have e 4ix plus e minus 4ix, so it will be 2 cosine 4x, and here it will be 2 cosine 2x plus 6. So this is writing cosine 4x, deducing the cosine power 4x, which is half cosine 4x plus cosine 2x plus 3. If I want to apply the De-Moivre formula, you know that cosine, for the same problem here, I'm talking about finding cosine power 4x. Cosine x plus I sine 4x is equal cosine 4x plus I sine 4x. Now, what's cosine x plus I sine 4x? I want to use this formula now, not the cosine x equal eix plus e minus ix over 2. I want to use this one. So it's a combination by binomial property, 0, 4, 1, 4, 2, 4, 3, 4, 4, 4. You start by cosine x, the highest power, power 4, power 3, power 2, power 1, power 0. I sine x with 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So if you expand it, you can realize I have this one. Okay, the above will give me this one. So this is cosine 4x. Here 4 cosine cube, I cosine cube 4, I cosine cube x sine x, you have it here. Here 6 cosine square minus 6, because I have I square, you have it here. Here 3 out of 4 is 4 cosine x minus I cube is minus I sine cube x, you have it here. And the last one is sine 4x. I compare this one to that one, real equal real, imaginary equal imaginary. So cosine 4x will be cosine without I, cosine power 4x plus sine power 4x minus 6 sine square cosine square, and sine 4x will be the rest with the I, this one and that one. And now what concerns me in the first part of the problem is to find cosine 4x. So I take the other sine 4x and this one to the other side. So here you're going to get cosine 4x. Here I can put sine square in factor. You're going to get sine square x minus 6 cosine square. My aim is to linearize it, so I need to get rid of the power. So we know that sine square x is 1 minus cosine 2x over 2. Relation of half angle with its double. and sine square x is 1 minus cosine 2x over 2 minus 6 into 1 plus cosine 2x over 2. So you can take these two outside 2, and here you have 2 1 over 4. You're going to get 1 minus cosine 2x. If you multiply this one now, 1 minus cosine 2x minus 6 cosine 2x, you're going to get 1 minus 6 is minus 5 minus cosine 2x minus 6 cosine 2x minus 7. Okay, now I have multiplication. If you multiply it, this one times that one, you're going, here you have again square, so this will be 7 over 2 1 plus cosine 4x. Okay, if you expand it and you do all operation, you're going to get the same number, the same equation that we got above. So cosine 4x plus 4 cosine 2x plus 3. If you look here, you have the same. But which one is easier? Easier is the Euler formula to find cosine 4x. Now I need to find sine 4x. I didn't mention anything, so I will use directly Euler formula. Sine 4x equal ei theta minus e minus I theta over 2i. I do power 4. 2i power 4 is 1 over 16. Combination 0 1 4 1 4 2 4 3 4 4 4. You can check it by yourself. You're going to get this one. I take e for I theta with e minus I for theta, 2 theta minus 2 theta together plus 6. This is equal to cosine 4 theta. This is 2 cosine 2 theta, and I have directly the answer. Here linearize cosine power 4x sine square. I don't want to find power. All the powers like here must be 1. So we're going to use the directly Euler formula. Cosine 4x, already I did it up, but suppose I'm going to repeat it. I can take the one from above, but I'm going to repeat it from scratch. So this is power 4 and this is power 2. So here 2 power 4 16. Here times minus 4, so you're going to get minus 164. Since I have multiplication, always when you have like this multiplication, multiplied ei before you here first of all you have power 4, right? So I have eix plus e minus ix power 4. Let us do this one together, this parenthesis together. We did it above using combination. If you do it using combination, you're going to get this one. No need to do it. In combination, you're going to do the same one. 0 for e. The first one you start by the highest power, e for ix, e minus. It's the same as this one, e minus 0x, etc. You have this one. Okay. You can see. You can check it by yourself. By the way. Okay, here I have a plus, here I had minus, so that's why this minus will be plus and this minus will be plus. So it's the same one we did here, but all will be plus. If you do a minus b squared, it's a squared minus 2ab plus b squared. So e 2ix plus e minus 2ix minus 2, this one times that one. If you add the power, it will be I power 0. You have this one. Now what I'm going to do, I'm not going to regroup, because if I regroup here, for example, I'm going to get 2 cosine 4x and here 2 cosine 2x. If you're going to multiply, it will be more complicated. So that's why I need to multiply with the I. E for ix times e to ix, e for ix, and I'm adding the power, and for e for plus 4e I2x times e I2x, it will be, for example, here e I for x plus 4 e power 0 here minus 8 e I2x plus 6 e I2x plus 6 e minus 2ix minus 12 plus 4 e power 0 plus 4 e minus 4ix, whatever. At the end, you're going to get these. So this is what cosine 6x, 2 cosine 6x. This is 2 cosine 4x, and this is cosine 2x minus, you're going to have here minus 2. I forgot to put, guys, minus 2 because I have somewhere or minus 2 or minus 4. Minus 4 I'm going to get when you multiply. So at the end, you're going to get this answer. Okay, so you can do it by yourself, check it. So always what I mean, and using a Euler formula is way better than using the other method, De-Moivre formula.